All right, my friends, welcome to episode 432 of Prof and Dev Play Games. My name is Larry, the professor, and the Dev, again, is not here, but this week I have a very special co-host. Do you want to introduce yourself, co-host?
No, you do it.
This is my daughter, Tessa. Tessa, how are you?
Good.
Yeah? What are we here to talk about today?
Zelda games.
Zelda games. Do you like Zelda games?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite?
My favorite's Windwaker, then Age of Calamity, then Tears of the Kingdom, then, what's this?
I think you wrote Skyward Sword there.
Skyward Sword. Breath of the Wild is my fifth.
Okay, so tell me about Windwaker. Why do you like Windwaker so much?
Because it was the first Zelda game I ever played.
That's right. Do you remember how old you were when we played Wind Waker for the first time?
3.
3, exactly. Right when the pandemic started, I decided to find a game that looked kind of cute, something that Tessa might like to play, and there it is.
Yeah.
All right, so it was the first one you ever played. What do you like about it?
I like that you are really adventurous and you can do whatever you want, except there's a product in the game called the Tingle Tuner that now you cannot play as it.
That's right, the Tingle Tuner was part of the GameCube, which is where this game first came out, but then they re-released it for... What did we play it on?
The Wii U.
The Wii U, that's right. That's right. All right, so no Tingle Tuner, but what's in the game that you like? What's your favorite thing to do in this game?
My favorite thing to do is adventure.
Okay, and where do you go when you adventure?
I go to the places that are supposed to be on the map.
Okay.
But then also, one of my favorite people in the game is Medley.
Medley, why?
She's a bird and she's really cool.
So you like cool birds. So like Medley,
yeah.
Big Bird. What other big bird, cool birds do you like?
Actually, not really like that, but I like Tetra and Princess Zelda, who I know Tetra turns into Princess Zelda.
Whoops, spoiler alert, in case you haven't played Wind Waker. Tetra turns into Princess Zelda. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
When does that happen?
Towards the end of the game, I think.
Okay.
And then, well, first, Tetra falls onto the boat, I think, and then you have to sail her into Hyrule, which has been developed by water, so you have to go under the sea, bring her to King Robe, then King Robe turns her into Zelda with the Triforce.
That is all accurate. It's weird that there's a Hyrule under the ocean when other games Hyrule's on land.
But also, in this game, this is one of my favorite. Can we talk about the island?
We can talk about anything you want.
The islands in Wind Waker, they're like. How do I find the island? Okay. The islands in Wind Waker, there are the Earth Temple, Wind Temple, Outset Island, Woodfall Island, Dragon Roost Island, Forest Haven, and my favorite island out of all of them is actually Forest Haven.
Really? Forest Haven? That's surprising. To me, I thought you would say something else. Why do you like Forest Haven so much?
Because there's 2 different places, and Forest Haven kind of like tests your skill.
That's true. How does it test your skills?
It tests your skills, like, you have to do a lot of just actually having to fight. And then also, Link has to try to rescue Makar, is that right? Or is Makar with you?
Makar's missing.
Oh yeah, and then Link has to try and find Makar in the temple. But when he finds him...
What happens? You tell me?
I forgot where he was.
So you're in Forest Haven, right? And you have to go in those little seed pods and shoot yourself up all the way to the top and then float all the way across to the...
Yeah.
Was it the Forbidden Forest?
Yeah, Forbidden Forest.
And Makar's in there, right? Isn't that where you rescue him?
Yeah, that's where you rescue him. But I forgot which boss.
Oh gosh, I don't remember. Maybe you have the book in front of you. Maybe it's in there somewhere.
No, it isn't.
Was it like a... Wasn't the worm that you dropped the cavern roof on? Because that's Dragon Roost Island.
Yeah.
Where Medley was.
Yeah, remember was there.
That's a great question. Which one was it in Forest Haven?
Oh my goodness, look at this picture, Dad.
Well, can you describe that for the listeners because they can't see it?
So, it seems like near an island, looks like there's Beetle wearing a helmet. He's trying to disguise himself so you don't know that he's Beetle. But when you find, like, someone who kind of looks like Beetle, then that is definitely Beetle. But, you know who Beetle is?
I do. Beetle sells you really cool things.
Yeah, he really is a good seller, but if you have like 0 rupees, don't go to him.
And we have played that game, Beetle, quite a bit after playing Wind Waker, where we put things in our bedroom to sell to you, and you get earn rupees by doing adventures.
Yeah, that is super cool.
So, I've just looked it up. It says that the boss for this... Oh, that's right. Remember this?
Oh.
Remember Makar's in the middle of this flower, and you
yeah.
have those little tendrils that touch the ceiling. You hit him with a boomerang.
Yeah, but what's the boss in forest?
This one. It's Calle Demos.
Oh, you're right. Calle Demos is a flower with arms, and you have to get it to spit Makar out.
That's right, because Makar's in the middle of there.
And you have to, and it's like there's the petals open when you get everything out with the boomerang. And then it will and then when it opens, there's going to be a thing in the middle that you hit with your sword.
That's right. It's like a little, I don't know, like the pistil of the flower, maybe?
Yeah,
Kind of looks like a tongue.
probably.
Yeah. And then you get Pharaoh's Pearl as a reward for saving Makar, and that's one of the pearls you need to get.
Yeah, but what are these pearls for?
Remember? What do you do with those pearls?
You put them all in these cool statues, and then after you put them in the statues, the pearls and this you can only do this at nighttime, I think.
Oh, is it? I thought it was you could do it whenever. But okay, nighttime.
You can only do it at nighttime, and when you shine, and when all the pearls shine into the center of where they all meet, the what's it called?
The Tower of the Gods?
The Tower of the Gods rises up, and then there's a bunch of little trials inside of it that you have to complete. And then after that, you get Tetra. And then you do the Earth Temple and the Wind Temple.
Right, when you get to the Tower of the Gods, you use your grappling hook to ring the bell, right?
Yeah.
And we ring the bell, and I forget what happens when you ring the bell.
And then you get out of there, and you have in the next quest.
Oh yeah, you go down, right? You ring the bell, and it opens the whirlpool to go down to Hyrule.
No, that's not it.
That's not it?
Yeah, you do that,
Mm-hmm.
but then after you do that, you have to go over and restore the Master Sword's power.
That's right, and you go to which temples?
The Earth Temple and the Wind Temple.
And who do you bring with you?
Medley and Makar, but you have to do Medley's temple first, which is the...
Oh gosh, I think that's the Earth Temple, right?
Yep, and it is the Earth Temple. Medley's does the Earth Temple, but this is going to be really effective if you ever play it. You can only do Medley's temple first.
Yeah, because we were playing the other day, right? And we're
Yeah.
like, let's go do Makar's temple. And we couldn't find Makar anywhere. He wasn't behind the waterfall. He wasn't anywhere.
Yeah, so that means you have to get Medley and then Makar.
And then after you do that, you've got the power of the Master Sword all shiny.
Yes,
And why do you need the Master Sword to be all powered up?
because you need to defeat Ganon.
Exactly right. So, that's kind of the story of Wind Waker. You
Yeah.
said you love adventuring.
Yeah.
You said you like adventuring in Forest Haven. Is there anywhere else you love going?
Basically, one of my favorites is basically when you like swing up and do those trials in Dragon Roost Island with the grappling hook.
Yeah, you like swinging. You love that grappling hook.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Let's go to the next one on the list.
Okay, so we're going to wrap up Wind Waker there. I'm going to say one of my favorite things about Wind Waker is it's the first big game that I played with Tessa and the first Legend of Zelda game that I played with Tessa, and we played it over and over. And then we watched speedruns by a speedrunner named
Beard Bear.
Beard Bear. He does lots of videos, and we watched his videos of Wind Waker.
And other games too.
Yep, and then we have artwork with Windwaker Link, and we have T-shirts, and we have little stuffies. Windwaker Link and Windwaker is a very special game for both of us.
Yeah, and can we say our ages real fast, Dad?
Sure.
You say it. You go first.
I'm 42.
And Tessa, I'm 6.
That's right, almost 7, huh?
Almost 7, but it's not.
Been doing this podcast since before you were born. This is the first time that you've been on the podcast.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So we're done with Wind Waker. Next, we're going to talk about Tessa's second favorite Zelda game,
Age of Calamity.
Age of Calamity. So tell us what kind of game this is.
It's a Hyrule Warriors game.
Mm-hmm. And what does that mean?
That means that you fight lots of different people, and sometimes there's new people like Koga, Astor.
Yeah. This is the only game on your list that's T for teen.
Yes.
So we look very carefully at what kinds of things make it a high rating, because you're not a teenager, are you?
No, I'm only 6.
And it's basically, it's violence and battling, which you do in Wind Waker and such, so we let you play that game.
And sometimes in Kingdom Bridge of Spirits.
Kingdom Bridge of Spirits is E10, though.
Yeah, I don't like
I think.
But sometimes there's...
Well, Kingdom Bridge of Spirits is scarier for you than Age of Calamity.
It's way scary.
Yeah, let me see what the rating of Kingdom Bridge of Spirits is. I think it's E10 now.
And...
So tell us about Age of Calamity.
Age of Calamity is a really fun game where you do a lot of cool things, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then after Age of Calamity, and then if you get the DLC version of Age of Calamity, you can play as Suga, who is an enemy, and then later in the game, Koga decides to join your team. And then after that, you have to do lots of missions. And then also, you can get King Rome in this game.
Ah, you can get King Rome?
Or in Wind Waker, he's called... What was it?
He's King...
No, Dancem Hyrule.
Yeah, it's like Johansson Boss for Office
of Hyrule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a really long name, and all of those games are really cool. And this is super cool. The games are so cool, but Daddy, take us into like the playing of the game.
I will. Before I do, I will state for the record that Kingdom Bridge of Spirits is rated T for teen. And it's the same thing that we looked at for Age of Calamity. Why is it rated T for teen? It's fantasy violence. But I would say that Kingdom Bridge of Spirits is a little scarier than Age of Calamity.
Yeah, because all that fighting and like the appearing of those enemies, they kind of scare you.
That's true.
Sometimes when something just appears out of the ground, I sometimes drop my controller.
And then if you rub this, it'll get picked up on the mic, so let's try not to rub that.
Okay.
Because then the people who are listening at home are going to hear this while you're talking, and it's hard to hear Tessa talking. But we picked up Kingdom Bridge of Spirits because it has a female protagonist, the main character, and we like to play games with you where there's a female lead. But Age of Calamity, it's like a hack and slash game. It's Muso game for the audience.
And usually I play as Mifa, who's a girl character.
But as you go through the story, you start unlocking characters. And my friend Barbara was asking why you like Age of Calamity so much. And I said it's one of the only games in the Zelda series where you can play as a lot of the female characters. Mifa, Urbosa, Zelda, Impa. Terraco, is that a boy or girl? Or is that just an egg guardian?
I just say it's egg guardian.
Who else? Female characters in that game. Maybe that's it. No, it's probably another one I'm forgetting. But anyway.
I think Astor is female.
Oh, you think so? Astor, maybe? Yeah. So we're on chapter 6 right now. We're working our way through the game. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more scenarios to go, and then we've beaten the game.
But what about the DLC version in our game?
So, and then the DLC adds more scenarios. So right now we're in the middle of the battle for the ancient lab. Yes. I think we're trying to save Robbie and Pura. There we go.
I love Pura.
Yeah, you do love Pura. And Pura is one of the characters I think you can play as Robbie and Pura after you unlock them in that story.
And she is a female character too.
She is. So, this game is very different than Wind Waker, where you're running around on battlefields and battling. What makes you like Age of Calamity so much?
It's because it's just like you get to play as female characters and then you just run around and then you also get to fight and sometimes you're down hearts, but what's cool about Mifa is when you do her A move, she heals herself and hurts the enemy.
That's right. When you're doing your special attack with A, it hurts the enemy, it heals you, and I realized last night when I was reading about it, any characters who are around you also get healed. Yes. So if you're ever trying to keep Urbosa alive or keep Zelda alive, if you do that special move, it'll give them more health so they can keep them alive longer.
Yay!
So I just learned that last night, which is pretty cool.
Ow. That's why Urbosa got up to health in the fight with...
That is exactly why.
Thunderblight Ganon.
Yeah, when we were playing Thunderblight Ganon, we said, wait, Urbosa just got new health. What? How? Why? What's going on? And it was because... Mipha, special move. So you love Mipha. You've loved Mipha ever since Breath of the Wild, which we're going to talk about later.
Yes, it's the bottom one.
Yep, it's the third one. Is there anything else you want to say about Age of Calamity?
Not really.
Okay. What's your third one? Oh, you know what? Oh, never mind. What's the third one on your list?
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom. Tell us about Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom is the newest Zelda game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really cool, but this is my saddest part. The champions aren't there, so that means Mipha isn't there.
That's right. The champions were defeated in the Breath of the Wild game, right? Mm-hmm. So we have like statue to Mipha, but we don't have Mipha. But we have new champions.
Like Mipha's brother, Sidon.
We have Sidon.
Tulin. Riju. And
Yunobo, who's from Daruk's area. Yeah. Elden Volcano.
I forgot.
So, Tears of the Kingdom came out about a year ago.
Yeah.
And we were so excited for it to come out. We had the amiibo, we had the new Switch with the Zelda theme, we got Zelda clothes, and we were ready to play, and we started playing. And we played and played and played and played.
But on Dad's file, he's almost done with the game. But on my file, I haven't even gotten a single one yet.
I know, you're still climbing up to Tulin, right?
I'm starting to do Sidons.
Oh, you're doing Sidons now instead?
Yeah.
Because you were partway up the Tulin. I think the Tulin quest is my favorite one of maybe any Zelda game I've ever played.
Really?
I love going. You have to keep going higher and higher and higher and using all of your new abilities, going into the sky. And when I was climbing up, I forgot that you can use Ascend to go through something. So I was trying to figure out how to climb, and I found a way to just climb on the side of stuff using my stamina, refilling my stamina. And then I got to the top, and I fell all the way back down, and it was like an hour. And I was like, oh my god, I just lost an hour of progress. And then I realized I can use Ascend and go up in about 10 seconds, what took me about half an hour to do. So I went up through the sky, up through the item, into the sky.
Yep. Ow.
The thing I'm impressed with Tears of the Kingdom for you is that you have to hit left bumper and choose a power like Ascend or Ultra Hand, and you're able to do that really easily.
Yeah, it's really easy for me.
Which is your favorite item, or favorite power to use in Tears of the Kingdom?
In your game, since I don't have the picture power yet, I would say the picture power.
Okay, what's the picture power?
It's where you take pictures on your Sheikah slate, but my second favorite is Ascend.
Ascend, you like going through?
Yeah, and then Recall.
Recall. What's Recall do?
It recalls something that... So you can, go to a sky island from something that's on the ground.
Oh, that's right. There's the big chunks of stone that fall on the ground, and then you jump on top, hit Recall, and then...
It goes up to the sky island so you can get on.
Well, that's something interesting I forgot to mention.
What?
That Tears of the Kingdom has those three levels. It has the ground, it has the sky, and then it has the...
Depths.
And who's in the depths? Who fell in the depths at the end of Breath of the Wild?
Master Koga.
Master Koga. He's down there. His Yiga clan are down there. I still haven't battled the final battle with Master Koga on my file.
Master Koga.
Yeah, I did the early one.
Does Astor ever come in this game?
Astor is only in Age of Calamity.
And so is Suga.
And so is Suga. Well, no, I don't think that's true, actually. I think Suga's in Breath of the Wild. And must be in Tears of the Kingdom. I have not seen him in Tears of the Kingdom, but
And he must be in the final battle.
He might be. I'm going to look that up real fast.
But...
Go ahead.
So, Astor is the only one not in any game except for it, but Suga is also kind of cool because he's really nice. He protects Koga, but the funny thing about Koga is he walks like...
Tessa's moving her arms and legs really fast for audio listeners.
Oh my goodness!
There's Suga. So this is loading right now. So they're asking, wait a second, where is Suga? Because Koga is in Tears of the Kingdom, but where is Suga? It's still loading. Our internet is a little slow out here.
Oh, yeah, right, because we're at the garage.
So of the 4 new champions, who's your favorite?
Riju.
Why?
Because she's just super cool. And you could, and she, thunders it. Wait, no, that's Tulin, I think. I like Tulin more.
Oh, with the wind? Because
Yeah.
Riju does use the thunder.
I mean the wind.
Oh, the wind. That's Tulin. Yeah, that's really helpful when you're trying to float and then Tulin pushes you forward.
Yeah, it's really helpful because I kind of paraglide down sometimes.
Mm-hmm. So this is saying Suga is not in Tears of the Kingdom, but
Is it
he's
Breath of the
definitely
Wild?
in Breath of the Wild. Mm-hmm.
Where?
Oh, he's in the game when you're dealing with Koga. You deal with the Yiga a lot in Breath of the Wild.
Oh, not much in that game because Koga's in the depths. I haven't even done a single fight with Koga yet.
On your file? No. I have in the depths. The other thing that's cool about Riju, we found out in Age of Calamity, she joins you and she battles with you, and what's her main weapon?
A seal.
A seal. She's hitting things with a seal. Can you believe it? That's really cute and really fun and really amazing.
But next in...
All right, moving on from Tears of the Kingdom
to Skyward Sword.
Skyward Sword, your 4th favorite Zelda game. Tell me why.
I like it because Giraheem's in it.
You do like Girahim. We started playing Skyward Sword a couple years ago when we were finished Windwaker for the 3rd time, and Tessa wanted a new Zelda experience, so we started playing Skyward Sword together, and this fellow named Girahim appeared pretty early in the game.
Really early.
Yeah, tell me what you know about Girahim.
He loves diamonds.
He does love diamonds. What else do you know about him? Whoop, let's keep her head off the mic, huh?
What else? I don't know.
He's got hair over one eye.
Yes.
Yeah.
He carries 2 swords sometimes.
He's got 2 swords
He
sometimes.
can turn from human to demon.
That's right, human to demon. And who's his friend?
Demise. And what's funny in Age of Calamity, there's a stage called Breach of Demise.
That's right. And I wonder if Demise is there, but I don't think so, right?
No, he's not.
No. But you can play as Girahim in Hyrule Warriors. I wonder if you can play as Demise in Hyrule Warriors too. But Skyward Sword, we're same thing as Tears of the Kingdom. We're right at the very end where you're about to go get the last those secret gems in that world where if you have to grab the gems before the ghosts come and grab you. I forget what it's called.
Oh, that's the worst part for me.
That's why we stopped, because that place, I don't like that either.
Because actually, the ghost, it kind of creeps me. The last time we played it, the ghost thing, it gave me 20 bad dreams.
I know, that's why we stopped, because it was a little scary. But after that, we go and we face Girahim.
I kind of don't like the final battle because you defeat him.
I know, that's why we stopped too, because you're like, I don't want to defeat Girahim, he's my brother, you say.
Even though he's not.
Yeah, you in pretend life, he's your brother. Your grandma and grandpa know who Girahim is because you talk about Girahim.
Yeah.
Okay, so Skyward Sword, it's the game that came out before Breath of the Wild. Do you want to move on to Breath of the Wild? Do you have anything else to say about Skyward Sword?
Not really.
Okay, let's go to Breath of the Wild. Tell us about Breath of the Wild.
You start off.
Okay, Breath of the Wild came out the same year that you were born.
Ooh.
Yep, that was the last game that I played before you were born.
But the newest game is still Tears of the Kingdom.
Newest one's Tears of the Kingdom, but Breath of the Wild came out, and my podcast partner Anthony came down, and we played together down here in San Diego, and we had a really, really good time. But it's an open game where you can go anywhere in any order and do anything, climb anything, glide from place to place, and there's lots of cool characters. That's where you get to meet Mipha,
Yeah.
Urbosa,
Yeah.
Daruk.
Yeah, but that's
And
actually not the
Revali.
game that I met them. The game that I met them was Age of Calamity.
That's right, because yeah, I think that's true. Because after we played Wind Waker, I showed you the full movie of Breath of the Wild. So you met them by watching the movie of Breath of the Wild. You were young, you don't remember probably.
Yeah, I probably did.
But you did not see them in a game until Age of Calamity, that's true. But
Yeah.
you've been playing Breath of the Wild lately.
Not really too much. I'm starting to keep on playing Age of Calamity so I can finish it because I'm so close to the end.
That's true.
I'm
we are
on the
very
last
close to the
chapter.
end. But,
The last chapter.
But last month you played Breath of the Wild because you started over. And you did the whole Great Plateau by yourself, remember? All 4 shrines?
Yes, I
Got
did.
the paraglider, and you flew off the Great Plateau, and then you switch back to Age of Calamity. You're a little bit like your dad, where you switch from game to game to game sometimes.
Yeah.
But we're trying to stick to Age of Calamity so we can get...
I know it's my favorite game now, so we can get Suga.
Get Koga and then Suga.
Suguga.
Yeah, right now it's Koga.
What if I accidentally said Sugugu?
Sugugu. That's a new character. Tell us about your new character, Sugugu.
It's not actually a character.
So, what do you like about Tears of the what do you like about Breath of the Wild? I said the wrong thing.
Since it's my 5th one, I'm not really that into it, but it's okay, I guess.
You know what I like about watching you play that game?
What?
The shrines. You get into the shrines and you solve the puzzles really well.
Yeah.
That's fun to see you do that. All right, so we walked through your top 5 games. Will you tell us what your top 5 games are again in order, starting from 1 to 5?
Number 1 is Windwaker. Number 2 is Age of Calamity. Number 3, Tears of the Kingdom. Number 4, Skyward Sword. Number 5, Breath of the Wild.
That's it. Those are the top 5. I think I agree with you on number 1, Wind Waker. It's my favorite too because all the experiences we've had playing together. All right. You want to tell the folks anything else about Zelda before we wrap up this podcast?
No.
Okay. Well, Tessa, thanks for joining Daddy for this very special episode of Prof and Dev Play Games. You do want to be a game developer one day, don't you, anyways?
Yes.
So maybe Prof and future Dev Play Games here. If you like us, please rate us on your podcast service of choice. And next week, Anthony will be back from his trip to Japan.
Yay.
Yeah.